Okay, so hi guys. Today I wanted to talk about becoming famous and being famous. And by no means am I famous. By no means do I think I am. I'm not that cocky little bitch that some people like to think that I am. But I'm going to say this because over the past week or so I've been hearing a lot of stories about famous football player beats son or leaves scar or something above son's eye. Famous soccer player beats up nephew's girlfriend, or famous YouTuber sexually abuses girls in YouTube videos. Famous YouTuber gets 15-year-old girl drunk and has sex with her. It's those kind of things. It's just, I don't think there's anything wrong with being famous as long as you actually have some talent. And what I mean by that is basically if you can sing, if you can, I don't know, if you can play football well, if you're really good at some sort of sport, if you're really good at art, if you're really good at X, Y, and Z, great. You should be recognized for that. Or if you're a YouTuber, if you actually put out some pretty good content and it actually has some substance to it, and then if people like you, great. More power to you. However, the problem is that it gets to your head. People I know will be like, I have like 5 million followers on Twitter. I'm better than you because of that. Or I got 3,000 likes on my Instagram picture. I'm better than you for that. And I see that a lot of times, even not just with this internet fame or this Instagram fame or Twitter fame or Facebook fame or whatever internet-based fame that you have, but also in actual fame today with the media and with everything else. You see these people like literally beating other human beings up, literally sexually assaulting and sexually harassing other human beings, and people really are just not caring. Why? And that's because they're famous. Yeah, it's good that you like a certain aspect of them, but if any other average Joe was to come up and punch you in the face, you're going to want them to pay for that. You're going to want them to get in trouble with the police probably, or, I don't know, with the teacher if it was a classmate, or just get in trouble somehow, and probably you punch them back. However, when it comes to a famous person, you get so much more leeway. And I think part of that comes with the mentality that I'm better than you. It's that you've reached fame and you literally let the fame get to your head, and you get this mentality that you are above the law. You're better than other people because you have a bunch of fangirls. You have these people that look up to you. And it's not even look up to you as a person a majority of the time. It's they look up to you because it's like, oh, I want to be that great a football player one day. You're my inspiration, instead of like, wow, you're a shitty person, but you can play football well. It's literally one of the downfalls of America, I think, is that we pay so much attention to fame and whatnot. Like, I believe it was T-Mobile, don't quote me on that, but some really big cell phone company was charging people like $10 more than what their plan actually was. So if, say, they had a plan that was like $30 a month, they'd charge them $40 a month. And they didn't get in trouble with that. They got a slap on the wrist, like, just some fine, and they promised not to do it again. Whereas if some smaller company did that, they'd get arrested. It'd be horrible. Again, it's this thing that if you are bigger, if you're more well known, you can get away with so much more because you're so well known, or because you're a lot more liked. Sometimes you need to set aside how much you like a person or how much you like that personality and realize that's a really shitty thing to do, or you have really shitty morals, or I just disagree with your morals because morals are such a controversial thing, or even just that's not fair to do. That's really discriminatory, I believe that's the word. English isn't my forte. Or that's really just, unjust, unfair thing to do. And it's not only that those people should be held accountable for their actions, which they should, but it's also people should have the mind. They should know that they should disagree with them. I believe it was Jason, I believe that's his name, some British YouTuber with big fluffy cotton candy hair. He was at Warped Tour this year, 2014. He got a 15-year-old girl drunk and had sex with her while she was drunk. He's 23, and there are like his little fangirls are standing up for him and saying, no, it's okay. Or Sam Peppers, another famous YouTuber, again, I believe he's British. He's going around forcing girls to kiss him and grabbing girls' asses without their consent. It's non-consensual, and if it was consensual, he'd put it out there and say, yeah, here's the evidence for it. And it's all because he's literally becoming famous for sexually harassing other human beings. And people think that is completely okay. It's really not. In my opinion, that kind of adds to the whole rape culture idea. And before anyone says this, I don't think that feminism is going to help end rape culture. Why? Because women do that to men as well. I think educating people and saying you need to respect other people's bodies and you need to control your goddamn urges, that's what's going to end or reduce said problem. Not blaming it on one group of people. That's just my little side rant. But back to the main thing about fame. It's just, like I said, that person or people who did that bad thing needs to be held accountable for, because in the end, they are people too, and people are usually pretty bad, but there are some really good people. The only thing I think that's worse than raping someone, or worse than stealing from someone, is the people saying, that's okay that you can do that. The people saying, oh, I'm allowing that. It's a big problem. If anyone else was to do that to you, like I said before, you'd get pissed off. But because this person's famous and has a lot of followers and a lot of admirers, or is looked up to by a majority of people, they're just going to say it's okay. They're going to give them a slap on the wrist. And that's just, it's not okay by any means. And it really needs to change, because I think it's one of the downfalls of America. And I'm pretty sure I already said that. I don't know, because this is the second time I'm recording this video, so oopsies. But that's my little rant. It's basically just that people need to set aside how much they admire a person and realize that some of the actions of said person are pretty shitty. So yeah, that's just my little rant. Bye.